Lionstv, this is the Den Daily, bringing you all the latest gossip, views and transfer news from in and around the Den. I was over the fishing lakes yesterday with the rods out, and it seems like I wasn't the only one with the rods out, because rumours started to surface online that Millwall had allegedly made a bid of £1.5 million for Aberdeen's 22-year-old young star Lewis Ferguson. And I was excited, I was buzzing. I thought, yes, this is the sort of shit that we are after. The only problem I had with it is, with Scottish football, it's very difficult to scope. And, you know, what level is it at in comparison to the English game? I'm not so sure, but there's only one way to find out. At this point, to me, everything was looking fantastic. 132 games for the Dons, 27 goals across 3 seasons, 16 goals last season, still only 22 years old, and a really bad season for the club. Personally, a really good one individually for Ferguson. And as I said, look, he's 22 years old, he's young. We're going to buy him as well, we're not going to loan him. I was absolutely over the moon. However, as the day develops, the stories start to come in, and I don't want to be negative, I'm just relaying what I know, and now I am slightly baffled, if I'm honest, because it turns out that last season, well, 21-22, that Watford bid £3.5 million for him, and it was turned down by Aberdeen. Now, okay, his contract is a year on, but he's done even better, so his stock will be even more so high. On top of that, Italian club Cagliari are also interested, and Aberdeen told them, if you want him, you're going to have to bid in excess of £3.5 million. So, why have we come in with a bid over 50% less of what the player is worth? I don't know. Are Millwall trying to, give the fans something at least? And we're not seeing any rumours of players coming in. All we're seeing is players going out, backroom staff going out. So is it just something just to give us, dangle that carrot, dangle that rod in the lake over at East Farley, and just give us something to jump on at a minute? No, because we only look more stupid when stuff like this happens now. We embarrass ourselves with bids. We want these players, but if we can't afford these players, then just go after the players we can afford and have to take a chance. I think the club and the fans will understand more if, look, we haven't got any money. We're semi in a false position where we are as a club. We're really doing well. 6 years now established in the Championship, but we can't compete financially. So hats off again to the club, the chairman and manager, for getting us where we've got us. But we need permanent players now. We can't keep loaning players. We've seen the capitulation this summer already, the amount of players that have gone out the door, and we're back to square one. We need to build a team. So if you haven't got £3.5 million for Lewis Ferguson, you might have to go lower. You might have to go into non-league. But I'm sure that the fan base, I know I would rather see us just pay money for a player we can afford and just get him through the door and try and pursue with it. Again, to me, at points, it screams out, why are we not playing the youngsters? Because if you play Alex Mitchell, if you play Bessart Topolage, if you play Isaac Alafe, Hayden Muller, one of these, they're good players, and one of them eventually could be a gem, and you could get more money out of them, which gives us more money further on down the line. Look, I'm veering off the actual problem here for me, and the problem is we've gone in and bid £1.5 million for a player that's already had a £3.5 million bid for him rejected. So really, we haven't bid for the player, have we? And what you do by doing that is, you one, embarrass yourself, but two, you send the red flag out for all these other clubs like Watford, like Cagliari, go, oh, Millwall back in. And then all they do is they match what we've bid or better what we've bid and offer more wages. And then that's the player gone. So don't help people by setting off that alarm. If you want him, go to Aberdeen, say how much do you want for him, and give him a serious bid. Because now, it's not going to happen. And, I was excited about this one, as I said. A youngster scoring goals up in the top tier of the SPL, could potentially be coming down to London. Young, 22 years old, plenty of time in his career to develop. But for me, I don't know, it's just embarrassing, if I'm honest. And I don't want to start Sunday on a negative, but I'll bring you more news as it comes. That's the first video done for today. And I'm not lying, the mood's not going to get a lot better. But listen, as I said, I've been impatient before. So we are going to have to replace all these players that have gone, unless we're going to start a five-a-side team. We're going to have to bring players in. I think next week will be the week where the players are going back to Kelmont Road for their pre-assessments for the season, that we're going to start seeing people coming through the door. There is one definitely coming through the door. I can't say who it is, but maybe follow Ollie Burke's Instagram and have a look at his Instagram story from yesterday. That's all I'm saying. But there you go. More videos to come, and let's hope for a better week next week. Please subscribe to Lionstv. Come on, you Lions.